Welcome to Robin Hood Shaving Artisans. I've been gone for a few days. In fact, I've been in a hospital for about 8 days. And I do not have coronavirus. I had the influenza A virus. And I still feel kind of weak. And so this would be the first shave, basically, with a double-edged razor since I got out. Unfortunately, when I was in the hospital, I shaved with an electric shaver because I was too weak to get up in front of the sink. So I am back. So let's take this off. And you can see I have a little bit of growth here. And what happened, if you can see that I'm kind of red, that's because they had oxygen on me. I'm still on it, but I took it off for the shave. And for some reason I got a reaction to the plastic that goes in the nose for the oxygen. But I'm doing better. Every day I get a little bit stronger. So I'm back, guys. Today I'm going to use an old standby razor. My slant bar Merkur 37. Right here. I love this razor, okay, because I just don't want a lot of stress today with shaving, so I'm just going to have an enjoyable shave. So this is a two-piece razor. I really like it. The blade I'm going to use is a Nacet stainless steel blade, and I believe this is the third, yeah, this will be the third use, so we used it twice already. So we're going to load this up, and before we crank it down real hard, I'd like to check the blade. That looks good. All right. Now, let's start with the brush. I am going to use the first brush I had. That's a boar brush by Omega. And the reason I'm going to use the boar brush is because I'm going to use a little bit harder soap. I'm going to use the Proraso. I haven't used this for a long time. You can see it's hardly been used. It's got a real nice smell to it. You know, if I had to use this particular soap all the time, hey, it'd be cool, be all right, no problem. But because I haven't shaved for a while, I'm going to use a Proraso pre-shave lotion, oil. Oh my God, it's been so long since I've been on the air with you guys, I forgot how to talk. All right, let's wash my face down here. I'm going to turn my hat around, and I got a little tip for you I want to use. One thing that really pissed me off, excuse the expression, is, do you remember, maybe about a month ago I stopped shaving the top of my head? And I went to the dermatologist and she said you had a couple virus growths here, and it probably caused from shaving. And I don't know how it happened, but anyway, she said I'd stop shaving your head with a razor for a while, let it heal up. Well, it's healed up. Well, I go in, I wait for about an hour, and finally I'm sitting in her office, and after an hour she takes me in. The girl takes my vital signs, part of them at least. I don't think she took my temperature, so it was an incomplete vital signs. And my blood pressure, my pulse rate, that was about it. Took a couple notes, what medication I was on. And then she said, you have to get into a gown, take everything off except your shorts. I said, okay. So in walks the doctor about 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later. And she welcomes me. I've seen her before, and she's from India. So this is I'm not casting any dispersion about Indian doctors. I got some that are really great. But I have a real problem with her, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So she takes the gown off, and she examines my arms, the back of my neck, my butt, my legs, my feet, everything. And then she finally gets to the head. She said, well, you're okay for everything else, and no lesions. And I said, yeah, I know that. So then she goes in the other and says, I can fix that. So she says, I'm going to use cryotherapy, which is liquid nitrogen. And it's a container about that long, because I'm a doctor, I've seen them used before. Those units cost about $650. So she comes in, zaps it a couple times, and that was it. She says, well, they might not all go away, and you may have to come back. I said, fine. So that was about 4 weeks ago, and I had a couple of little ones come back, and then one day I open my mail up, and I get the bill. Well, I got Plan G because I'm on Medicare and I have a supplement, so I got to pay the first $198 for the year. That's no big deal. So the examination was $305, and the cryotherapy to remove the lesions was $200 and some dollars, over almost $300. It was $608 for that one visit. I like had a effing heart attack on the spot. Almost put me back in the hospital again. Anyway, I called. I didn't make another appointment to take these off, and I said no way. So I just started doing some research and found out that duct tape will work better than the cryotherapy. That's what scientific evidence is. So what I did, if I take my hat off for a minute, you'll see here, right there. I put two little pieces of duct tape on. It's been about 2 days, and we're going to see how that does. But I'm going to save myself $600, and it was a ripoff. I'm going to turn her over to Medicare for gouging. I can't believe it. If I did that, I'd be in jail. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with the shave. Turn my hat around so you don't get the shine off my head. All right. Let me wash my face here. Sorry about the long introduction, but if you have anything like that, try the duct tape. Look it up. You'll find it supposedly works pretty good. And duct tape is a lot cheaper than $600 for an office visit. Anyway, I went to cancel I had an appointment with her today. And Saturday I called the office. The office was closed, of course. And so I had a hell of a time calling different numbers to get a voicemail. You'd think they would have a voicemail or something. And I finally canceled my appointment. So they called me this morning, and I said, you know, I canceled the appointment. And she said, do you have a problem? And I said, yeah, but I don't want to talk about it now. I was really pissed off. You know, I don't mind paying a little bit more for good service. I just don't like getting ripped off. So, if that could save you guys some money, try the duct tape. It's a whole lot cheaper than $600 and the aggravation. All right. I got to be careful in this area here because it's a little red, like I said before. Don't let that soak in. Oh, my mouth isn't working right today. Sorry. I haven't watched any videos. I got some videos on my computer I got to make. And, I think before I use that, I got to put the soap, mix the soap up. Oh, man. Here we go. I'm going to take most of the water and shake it out. Anyway, I got videos on my computer I haven't even made. I was so sick I didn't want to do anything. Just look out the window. I couldn't get into even movies, even Shark Tank. I couldn't watch. So, add a little bit more water, I think, to this. So I hope you guys are doing well. I just want to let you know I haven't forgotten you. And I'm back. I've been making some cooking videos also. I made one today on seasoning carbon steel woks. And maybe I'll put the link down below. You guys can go take a look at it. I'm pretty busy with all my stuff here, but that's all right. Let's put this on. Oh my God, I almost forgot how to use a brush. The reason I like this boar brush for the soap, it's a little stiffer, the brush. And it lathers really nicely. This feels good, I'll tell you, after, what, 10 days, 2 weeks almost? See, 8 days in the hospital. What happened was a Thursday night. Thursday day, I started feeling kind of crappy. I can't put my finger on what I felt like, but I didn't feel good. And so Linda came home, she's a nurse. She came home 10:30 at night. And she says, you don't look good, you're going to the hospital. I said, no, I'm not. She says, yes, you are. I said, no, I'm not. She said, yes, you are. Well, anyway, guess who won? So I went into the hospital, we're sitting in the waiting room. There's about, 10 people. It was 11 o'clock at night or something. It took us 30 minutes to get over there. And I started thinking, holy criminy, if we ever have socialized medicine, what's going to happen is this waiting room will be packed, and they'll be lined up outside in ambulances. And you're going to be able to spend about 2 minutes with a doctor, and that's it. So at least I was thankful where I was at, and they took me right in, took real good care of me. The food I got tired of right away. And they put me on a cardiac diet, which is horrible. No salt. And I had some arguments about the kitchen. I have so much to tell you guys. Since I've seen you, I got to pack a lot of information in a small area. All right. So, of course, there's no salt, no flavor. And I talked to them, and they said, well, you can't have any butter, you can't have salt, meat, but you can have as much sugar, juices, and carbohydrates as you want. And I'm saying, what the hell are you talking about? This is a cardiac diet? And I told them to look up Ansel Keys. It's A-N-S-E-L Keys, K-E-Y-S, I believe, or K-E-Y-E-S. Ansel Keys was a physiologist in the 1950s, actually before then. But this feels really good. This combination of the Nacet blade and this razor is perfect. Anyway, let me get back to my story. So, in the 50s, President Eisenhower had a heart attack, and Ansel Keys was doing some research on low fat this and low fat that. And he wasn't even a doctor, he was a physiologist. I gotta pay attention here, I don't want to cut myself. And so he did a lot of studies on low-fat food and heart disease. But the problem was he never finished one of his scientific studies. And it was a worldwide study. And the thing that he did was you had France, Norway, and Sweden had high fat in their diets, yet they had low cardiac disease. Go figure it. I'm talking about actual physical damage to the heart, the arteries, atherosclerosis. And he chose not to put those in a study. I guess because he wanted his study to be perfect. So far, so good. And then also the big study he left out was Spain. And Spain, we're going to go to pass number 2 now. Spain actually used a lot of low-fat this and low-fat that, and they had an increase in No, was it Brazil? It was Spain, I think it was. No, Brazil. Chile. I'm sorry, it was Chile. I don't know why I thought of Spain and Brazil, but it's Chile. I got there. And what happened was they had an increase in cardiac involvement, disease by having a low-fat diet. He left those out too. Now, he was a very forceful personality, and he had some success prior to that, so the medical profession adopted his low-fat crap thing. And if you've ever heard of the K rations in World War II, he's the one that designed it. K rations for Keys, his last name, and some other things. So that's how that came about. This low-fat stuff. 2% milk, skim milk, all this junk. So anyway, the medical profession adopted everything he said, like he was a god or something. And even to this day, they do the same thing. And it's so wrong, I'm telling you. I don't know where their brain is at. I'm a doctor, so I can say that as much as I want. All right, let's get a little more water on this. So, I would have arguments with them in the hospital about the food, and then they have tilapia on the menu. The tilapia is the dirtiest fish in the ocean. They're all farm fed, probably from chicken crap from China. That's what they feed them. And if you ever notice tilapia, when you go in the store, it's always coated. Crusted coated or spice coated or stuff they put on it because it tastes so blah. And the reason the hospitals buy it is because it's cheap. Nutritionally, 0. So, I think my blood pressure went up a couple of degrees when I was in the hospital. All right, we're going to do the second pass. So my question is, if they're right about the low-fat diet, low-fat this, low-fat, you know, you go to the supermarket, they have whole aisles, no fat, zero fat, low fat, whatever. But what they have to do is, when they take the fat out, if you have a piece of meat, what gives it the flavor is the fat, right? So if you take the fat out of a lot of these processed foods, it tastes like crap, like cardboard. So they put carbohydrates in it, okay, which just increases the flavor. So my question is, how's that working out for you? You know, you see more overweight people than ever before. More people that are having heart disease. More people that are diabetics. More people that are overweight. Yet they're eating this crap called low-fat food. So obviously, it's not working. So that's my soapbox routine. And I'm doing pretty good. I haven't cut my throat yet. Of course, I'm not done, right? Anyway, that's been my experience for the last few days. All right, one more time, we're going to do another pass. Hey, it's feeling pretty good. Hope you guys have had some good shaves. And I'm sure if you're watching some of the other guys like Paul H., etc., they don't complain like I do. So, that's all right. You know what? We're all different. Nobody's really right and nobody's wrong. Some of you guys like me, some of you don't. That's okay, I can handle it. That's what makes the world go around, not life. All right, let's you know, I got a new camera, Sony A6400, but I've been watching YouTube videos on how to set it up. I haven't got around to using it yet. I can't use it here for what I'm doing now because my shaving den or my bathroom, I don't have enough room between the mirror and me or the sink to mount it or to use a tripod. What I'm using now is a GoPro 7 Black and it works fine. Audio's okay. Not great, but it's okay. I know when I get close to you, my nose looks bigger. Or if I stick my arm out, my arms look like Popeye. That's all right. But I want to use it for my other videos when I do some product recaps on my little studio table. So that'll be fun. All right. Let's do the upstroke on this now. By the way, the soap is really nice. It's slippery. It's very predictable. Just like this razor. good feel to it. Turn it over. That was the easy part on the upstrokes. The hard part is always around the chin. So I attacked that a little bit differently. All right. See if we can do this without nicking myself. See, it's a real relaxing shave. If I had a new razor or a new blade, a little more stress because you're not for sure of it, and you know it's the first time. You're a little bit more cautious. But when you have something like an old shoe that you stick your shoe in, it just feels damn comfortable. That's what this soap is, Proraso. This razor and that blade. I had enough stress this week with the hospital or nutritionist talking about Ansel Keys. So I don't need any more stress right now. Nobody does. So what do you guys think about the coronavirus? Holy smoly. My sister got back from, she went to India, I don't know, for 12 days, right before this thing, right after it broke out. I'm going to do it on the neck now. So I told her before she went, you sure you want to go? She said, oh yeah. So make sure you bring some peanuts and crackers with you. Because when they put you in quarantine, you got something to eat. But they didn't. She got home and she was fine. I'm planning on going to the Philippines this summer, but only if they get this thing fixed. I can't afford. I got heart disease, problems with my head, as you probably could tell, and I just don't want to risk it. It's not worth it. I'll stay home and garden. How about doing some shaving videos? There you go. I'm telling you, I'm really enjoying this shave. It's like you guys are sitting right here watching me. Sitting on the john watching me shave. Hey, if you guys are interested in seeing my camera setup, how I do these videos, just drop me a note in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to show you. Nothing fancy, pretty basic. You know, you don't have to have a real expensive studio, real expensive equipment. It's just about providing you guys with good content, information, stuff that's valuable, maybe a little entertaining with some sick jokes. That's about it. All right, good enough for me. Let's get some cold water on this. Well, that's the best shave I've had in, well, 8 days. See, I got out Saturday. Today is Monday. My oxygen level, when I'm not on oxygen, drops down to about 88. It's way too low. But my energy has come back up, and boy, when you get this flu, just be careful. Don't mess around with it. I've never gone to the hospital for a flu. Of course, I can't ever remember having the flu. Look at that. Still a little red. Okay, we got that now. We'll finish her up here with Humphrey's Witch Hazel with tea tree oil. Paul H. put me onto this. Oh, is that nice? Ooh, it's nice and smooth. And because I use Proraso soap in that, I'm going to use a Proraso aftershave foo-foo water. I call it foo-foo water. Oh man. Oh, is that nice? Ooh-wee. Okay. Now, I'll tell you something. What I used when I was gone, even though I didn't shave there, I used like an aftershave balm, even after a razor. I used a specific shaving company's natural shaving. Nope, not the shaving cream. I'll be right back. I got the wrong one. Hold on, be right back. Boy, I was almost goofed up and put that on my face. I used a caffeinated aftershave by Pacific Shaving Company, their aftershave balm. This stuff is, I'm really impressed with this. I'm going to tell you. I even wrote the manufacturer and told them how much I liked it. I didn't want any free samples. I think that they should know when they have a great product and when they don't. All right, let's put this on. Feels good. Oh, smells really good. Kind of a minty smell. Let's put some on my head. We'll leave my hat off. You guys know what I look like. Oh. What I did the other day is I took a roll of duct tape and I cut some little strips off like that, so I can put them bing on my head when these come off, which I'm sure they will. But I showered a couple times already and they've stayed on pretty close. So duct tape on any little, well, I guess they call them warts, little viruses that you can get. Okay, let's continue on. I used Proraso pre-shave, which was nice, and then I used the Proraso White. Oh, it smells nice. They're shaving soap. The razor I used was the Merkur 37C slant bar, one of my more favorite razors. The blade I used in that was a Nacet. Third use, I could use it one more time. The brush I used was the Omega boar brush. It was the first one I ever had. So there you have it. I'm going to have some other videos up here and down there. Please subscribe, send your friends over, and give me a thumbs up if you like these videos. And if you have any questions, put them down below. Any comments, put them down below. If there's something you don't like, put it down below. Toss it out. No, put it down below. And we'll catch you in the next shave. Thanks for stopping in. I'm glad I'm back. Hope you guys are healthy. Stay healthy. And don't get what I had, please. Have a great day. Bye-bye.